Alright, so the first tree that we're going to be working on is this guy right here. The reason why I want to remove this tree is because the fruit in here, although it is good, it is just way too sour to eat like a regular orange. And we actually already have an orange on the property, so I'll go ahead and just knock this guy down. But step one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take all of the fruit. And actually, I'm going to save this and use it for later. There's no reason to waste it. And same thing with the branches. As I go through and cut some of these branches, we can actually add it to our boxes, our raised beds, and those can actually help you with the soil fertility. So what I'm going to do is just take all of the fruit off this tree. The second tree that we'll work on is this grapefruit. I'm going to harvest all of the fruit off this guy as well. Like I said, the fruit that's on this tree, it's just really not all that good. It doesn't taste that good. It's not even good for juicing. I don't know what variety this is. This tree has been here on the property for a while, but we never utilized it, and I want to change all these trees into trees that we'll actually be able to eat from. So we're going to go ahead and take all the grapefruit off this tree as well. So here's a full bucket that we ended up with of all the fruit. These are the ones that I'm going to take inside, cut in half, and freeze. There are a couple more on the tree, but as I start to thin the tree out, I'll add those to our bucket. I almost forgot the other reason why we're taking this tree down is because at the stump, it's starting to actually get affected right here and on this side. And so just the strength and the stability of the tree already is pretty weak. That's just me barely moving it, and it's just moving a lot. So that's another reason why we're gonna get rid of this and put in a new healthy tree. So this is what we have left over, just a couple roots, but those will be easy enough to remove. And I know everyone's wondering, what am I gonna end up putting here? So, as you guys remember, we have a ton of peach trees. So I can either take a peach tree, but I also have a Violet de Bordeaux fig that I can put over there. Same thing with the grapefruit. I'm gonna go ahead and take a peach tree and probably put it where the grapefruit is, and then take our fig tree and put it on this side. So we have a couple different choices. We also have some persimmons, magnolias, and the buckeye. So plenty of choices, but like I said, I want this back row to be for food. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a fig tree right here. All right, now that the tree is removed, I'm just gonna rehab this area, clean it up, and then we'll pick one of our peach trees and go ahead and plant it. I decided to go with one of my more mature trees, my larger tree here. This is about the same age as the other 4 peach trees that I showed earlier. And then I just dragged it out of the greenhouse as best I could without damaging it. And then once I got over to the hole to plant it, that's when I realized that I'm actually gonna have to cut up this pot. I didn't want to cut up the pot. I wanted to leave the pot intact, but it's probably better to just use my Rambo knife, cut up the pot, and preserve the roots that are on this tree just so that we don't damage it, so that it starts off really good. And this is when I went ahead and threw some fertilizer. It's a 6-month release fertilizer. So just to give this tree a boost in the spring. And then throughout the spring and into the summer, I'll actually use some regular fertilizer to fertilize it throughout the growing season. Once I got the tree all situated and standing upright, I decided to backfill with some of our natural dirt. It's not the best, but it's enough. And like I said, the soil that this tree is already sitting in right now is actually really good. So having a nice little topsoil, and then I'm just smoothing it out, taking as many of the little pebbles out as I can, And then next thing I want to do is dog proof this. My dog literally will go and dig up anything that I touch. She'll go over there and she'll just dig. So that's what I did. And there we go, guys. We're all done. Sorry for the bright exposure, but we've got the peach tree all situated. Everything's clean. Now I just have to dog proof it so this one doesn't dig it up. And then I'll add some compost, and then come spring, this thing will be taken off, man. I guarantee it. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll catch you.